Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is design time. Make sure you get your phones out because we have a QR code coming your way and you can scan that code to get all of the information about today's topic. Today we are talking about LVT flooring. Hello, Kathy.
Hi
Kathy's
there.
here, Tri-City Furniture. How are you?
Hey, we're doing great.
Kathy, I have to tell you, picking out flooring is one of the most difficult things ever. So tell us a little bit about LVT.
Well, LVT is luxury vinyl tile, and the key to it is that it is a solid vinyl product. It's not got any wood components in it. It's typically very flexible, and so it's a very popular product today.
Okay, so between ceramic and wood floors, is LVT popular?
It's the most popular of the three. So part of the reason is the waterproof, because real wood would not be. Ceramic is more waterproof, but still can, if you have a flood, it could still be a problem. But LVT has some other advantages, being thin, being flexible. The thing that happens when people, for instance, are going to replace carpet, that we need to have a product that isn't quite so thick, and a lot of times a real wood would be thicker, and this is more of a LVT that is a rigid kind, but it comes in thin also. But a real wood could be 3/4 inch thick. A ceramic tile could be the 1/4 inch plus the cement board, so that could be 1/2 inch. Those height variables coming maybe off of another hard surface floor could be a trip hazard. And so with LVT being narrow, thin, it really is a good option in many cases when people are replacing.
So why is LVT less scratchable than real wood?
Because it comes out of the commercial world. So we've been working on LVT for 25 years. It is a product that has an amazing wear layer. Now, most of the time, the top is what they call ceramic bead, a very, very hard finish. But you can use keys on it, try to scratch it, and it will not scratch. But in commercial, the thickness of that wear layer is like a piece of paper. And so I brought a couple pieces here, but they've made residential LVT, which might be just a couple sheets. Okay? So your thickness is not as much. That's why it gets less cost. But if you go into the commercial, they're going to have 20 mil, 28 mil, 40 mil. So that's like 40 pieces of paper. And so that wear layer is very thick. So again, in commercial, they're pushing carts, they're dragging things, wheelchairs, carts, everything happens on commercial. The shelving moves. These floors can withstand all that. But the big benefit is that if you happen to damage one, they're easy to replace. So that is a give in that when you use a wood floor, those are all tongue and grooved and nailed down. Pretty hard to take them up. If you do, it's just a whole lot of work. But with LVT, you don't have those situations because they are laid with a releasable glue. So it's heated and the piece picks up and you just drop a new one in.
So convenient. I love that. So tell us, Kathy, a little bit about the cost differences of some of these products.
Well, typically LVT costs less in comparison to a wood floor. So wood, there's a lot of variables because you can get Brazilian cherry and you can get teak and oak. So there's a lot of variables in wood. It is thick, and if anybody's tried to buy wood right now with building something or building onto a house or just building, the price of wood has skyrocketed. So the cost of real wood is very, very expensive right now compared to an LVT, which they've been making these products forever. And the costs are reasonable. Now, ceramic might be a little bit less per the ceramic piece, but there is extra cost if you're not installing. You have to buy the grout if you need the subfloor. So there's other things in the install that could cause the pricing. Now with hard surface, I always like to remind people you have extra costs. So hard surface needs to go under baseboard. So you have to remove a baseboard or add a quarter round. You need to undercut door frames. You know, people, oh, I can do that. Well, then they don't have the right saw, and then they don't make a really good install. So keep that in mind, where carpet lays up to those things. So a little bit different in the install.
Right.
Carpet would still have probably less cost compared to hard surface, but I know with pets today and just the way we're not cleaning maybe our house as much, sometimes the hard surface a little easier maintenance.
I can see there's so many different options and things to think about, so you really have to do your research before you buy.
Absolutely, and LVT comes in a lot of variables. So you can have, now this would be longer, it's just a piece, but they can come very narrow pieces, they can come wide pieces, they can come really wide pieces, every kind of color. They come in ceramic tile looks, which are 12 by 24. So there is a lot of variables in LVT. Many people do not realize that it's not real unless they touch it. But the thing that's nice is they're ADA approved, they're the scratch resistant, they're non-slippery, so if you had water walked in, you're not going to slide where it's like wood. Can have a more slippery finish for pets and kids. So there's a lot of advantages. That's why they're used commercially. And again, they're out there every single day. You're walking on them, hospitals. So recognize that it is a really good looking product. This one is a newer one, and it has the cross cuts, so it looks a little bit more rustic, like a reclaimed wood. But once it gets down, I sold a house once, and the person told me, well, the reason we bought this was because of the flooring. I just love the wood in the kitchen. I hated to tell them it was LVT.
Oh my goodness.
So it is a great product.
Yeah.
Really, really recognize that the wear layer is the key. It will give you the answer to what quality, because the residential versions are a little less money, but not that much when you can increase, like these would have lifetime wear guarantees on the commercial ones. So very, very good products.
Love it. Anything else you want to wrap it up with?
That's about it. And you know, if you're looking for hard surface, the key is what you're coming off to what you're going to. Do not create trip hazards, because many people are putting in different flooring and then they forget, or grandma forgets, and down on the floor she goes. And we don't want that. We want as smooth of transitions as possible. So really think about what you're going to put in and make sure it's going to be right for your home.
Well, take care of grandma out there. That's very important.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions or anything, make sure you come out to Tri-City Furniture in Auburn and see Kathy and her team, and she can help you figure it all out. So don't stress. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and thank you for watching this edition of Design Time.